Hi, this is Jim Jordan with the Oregon Energy Healing Center, and today is the day after the solstice. And I want to give a communication to the members this holiday season. And I want to start with a little story. I last week I came in to host a session, and um, after the session, I stayed with one of our members who I've known for pretty much since we've opened. She's an amazing woman, a healer. She's taught a class here on manifestation. We had a really deep, long discussion, and part of what came up in the discussion is what she is really getting from being in the energy enhancement system. And it was something I've heard before from other members, and I felt myself too, especially when I first was exposed to it about 3+ years ago. And she said she felt more connected to her soul, that it gave her it was the EE system, our healing center was like an oasis from the maddening world outside, the stress, the conflict, the EMFs, the whole thing. And it reminded me, because sometimes I forget, exactly what I felt when I first came in, exposed myself to these really amazing frequencies coming from these computers. It's, and that was the same feeling. I walked into a room in Sedona, Arizona, 3+ years ago, and there's just 8 computers there, 8 screens, and I felt like immediately like something was fundamentally different with the energy than anywhere else I'd been. I felt like, wow, this feels so relaxing. And I proceeded to go 3 times a week for over a month to taste the EES, to see what it was like if I wanted to bring this to Oregon. And, of course, I did with the help of many people. Because I felt when I had that sort of sustained exposure of, in my case, it was about 6 to 8 hours a week, I felt more in touch with what this woman said too is really my soul and my fundamental nature. I felt less trapped in my thoughts, less obsessed by my desires, less identified with my personal story. And normally, if I've had that happen before, it was through lots of meditation or different things. But this was like sort of like quickly, just by sitting down in a chair and dozing off, this shift took place. And I understand a bit how that takes place. Over the years, I've discovered the person who actually programmed the EES was a longtime meditator. I think he did transcendental meditation. And the idea was to help people get in touch with God and their true self, their soul, what survives beyond the body. And in my conception of things, we have a body, we have a mind, which is our beliefs, thoughts, desires, fears, personal story. And there's something deeper, which is our substantive self that is permanent, that you can call that the soul. And my friend who I met last week here at the center, after the session we hung out, she said that was really the major thing she's getting. And she has some health benefits, but not as big as the spiritual benefit, the emotional benefit, the relaxation, the release of stress and striving. And I just wanted to communicate that to everybody today, because the holidays is a time for introspection, the winter especially, and the holidays this is a celebration for many religions of their Jesus, or the Judaism, and all the different religions have some, actually even pagan religions, all around the solstice. So this is a time to get in touch with the more transcendent part of ourselves. And one of the things I want to express my own personal gratitude to the EES is this technology has provided a space for us to do that without any effort, without any discipline of meditation, without any discipline of any spiritual practice, just by sitting down in a chair and relaxing. If you let go, just let go, then the frequencies are sort of entrained into your consciousness, and you will start to experience this peace, connection, and relaxation. And that is the deeper healing. The physiological healing has many components. EES helps with that, with circulation, oxygenation, regulating the autonomic nervous system, increasing the cell energy, mitochondrial activity, and none of that really matters much if we are struggling and identified with our own drama and story excessively, let's say, over-identification. Life then is a struggle, even if you're healthy. Life then is not as enjoyable. I know I've had times where I felt fantastic health and I was miserable because I was just stuck in my head. But when I'm in my heart or in my essence, regardless of my circumstances, whether I'm not feeling well, whether I'm financially struggling, whether I'm alone and not in a relationship, it doesn't matter. I feel happy. I'm at peace. So finding peace is, I think, the number one, I'm saying this for myself, my number one objective. The holiday season is reminding me to look for peace deeper. And I know many of you have been finding more of that as you come here. And I'm grateful that you've are coming, really. And I'm grateful to get to know many more of you. I've been meeting some new people lately, and I always feel very happy when I can put a face to the name that I've talked to on the phone. So this holiday season, I want to thank you, all the members that come, all the volunteers, my partner Jewel, all the partners that came together to bring the Energy Enhancement System here to Southern Oregon, for bringing this beautiful technology that supports us to get more in touch with our true self and God, I would say, is why not just say it. And that's what I think is one of the top benefits, if not the major benefit, of the Energy Enhancement System. So as we approach the end of this year and the beginning of the new year, the message of hope I have is that there is always hope for those who are willing, those of us ready to let go of our constant struggle and striving, and to do what's necessary to be well and surrender and let the flow of life and the intelligence of our own bodies and the universe help our bodies and minds heal to the best of its ability. So this is Jim Jordan with my message to everybody out there on the holiday season. And I'm wishing you all a very happy holiday season and a beautiful new year coming to us soon. Have a great day.